Good morning. Thank you. I'm Dr. Karen McCauley. I'm the School of Nursing Director, and I'm absolutely thrilled to invite to have everyone here today, our family, friends, and all these amazing students that we are honoring today. I'd also like to incredibly grateful that we have some of our clinical partners and donors with us today. A very special warm welcome to Dr. Susan Stone, Dr. Kim Fela from Sharp Healthcare, and Marlene Ruiz from Alumni, and also a scholarship donor, and one of our alumni also from the School of Nursing, and Lauren Casuto, who also provides awards to our students. Thank you so much for being part of this wonderful day. I'd also like to recognize all of our faculty. If our faculty could stand, the School of Nursing faculty. Thank you, and our amazing staff that are here today, Kelly and Elena, Rofi, to make this very special day for all of you. So, as you know, the School of Nursing has been in existence since 1953. We are providing much needed access to the nursing profession in our San Diego communities and all over the world. Today, I want to recognize each and every one of you for entering into the journey of a professional nurse. So we have freshmen that are starting their nursing journey into the nursing program. We have transfer students who have completed all of their coursework in associate's degree programs and then transferred in. And we also today have RN to BSN students who have completed their ADN and have chosen to complete their BSN. And our main goal is to provide a very affordable education to our students here at San Diego State, and also an incredibly quality program to help our clinical partners in the midst of a huge nursing shortage. So I'd also like to extend a very warm welcome to and acknowledge our interim associate dean for the College of Health and Human Services, Dr. Allison Abel Mills, who is here to greet you, all of the students and families, as Dean Hooker is a little under the weather. I checked on him yesterday, being the good nurse, and he sends his warm welcome to each of you. Thank you, Dr. Mills.
Thank you all very much for being here today, and thank you for inviting me. I am usually a talker. I'm a speech language pathologist. We like to talk, and I'm just the kind of person who likes to talk. But when I got asked to do this, I was immediately intimidated, and I couldn't figure out why, because usually I have no problem with a crowd. But then I realized that I was in awe, and I didn't know what to say to a group of people who've chosen the path that you've chosen, a path that's challenging and rewarding, and a path that is going to affect the lives of people in ways that I can't even begin to enumerate. And it makes me just, I just can't, I'm thrilled to be able to stand here today to celebrate you as you begin on this adventure of caring, healing, and compassion. I've seen this action of nurses in my own life. There was the nurse who held my hand as I gave birth to my child. Technically, my husband was there too, but let's be honest, she was the more reassuring of the people in the room. And I appreciated her. And she didn't even balk when I was yelling and saying things that are not fit for me to repeat publicly. The compassion was overwhelming. We had a team of medical professionals that kept my mom alive after a severe traumatic brain injury, and we appreciated them. But it was the nurses who talked to me, my brother, and my dad, and filled us in on what that's meant, what was happening on a moment-to-moment basis. But what was life going to look like down the road for my mom and for my family? And that changed my life, and it changed the lives of my family members because it allowed us to understand and process what was happening in a severely traumatic time for us. Nursing runs in my family. My aunt is a nurse and my cousin is a nurse, and my cousin is a heart transplant nurse. So not only does she fly with hearts across the city of Chicago, taking them from one place to another, but the more important part of her job, in her own words, is the time she spends not only with the recipient of the heart, who is getting a life-changing experience, a life-saving experience of the selflessness of others, but the time that she spends with the donor's family, and that she has to be there at the moment that the family makes this decision to let go, but knowing and walking them through what this means for the people who are going to be receiving the hearts. And so again, when I was asked to do this, I thought, how can I speak to y'all? How can I speak to people who are going to go on and do these things that are going to change lives in these ways? And so as you begin this journey as a nurse, I know that you're going to be faced with late nights studying. You're going to be faced with looking at different parts of bodies and being confused and figuring out what you're supposed to do with them. But I hope that as you go through this, you remember people like me, people like my family who benefited so much from the care that the nurses put into walking us through these life-changing experiences. People like my cousin, who has one of the hardest jobs I can ever imagine, being there when someone makes the choice to let go and someone else makes the choice to move on and accept this gift. And I hope that knowing that the impact that you have on the lives of people like us gets you through those late nights, and coffee, definitely buy coffee, and reminds you of why you've chosen this path in the first place. And from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for everything you've chosen, for this path that you've chosen, and for everything you do to people, for people also. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mills. So today, we're truly honored to celebrate this rite of passage for our nursing students who are entering the nursing profession and the journey of clinical nursing. So most of you have completed your basic prerequisite courses and lots of GE, and now ready to start entering into the clinical component of our nursing program. Today, each nursing student will receive a gold foundation pin to commemorate the white coat ceremony. The gold Mobus loop symbolizes the continuous bond of trust, respect, and communication that connects you to your patient when humanism is at the core of your care. The white coat ceremony was established in 1993 by the Arnold P. Gold Foundation. Their vision is that healthcare and its experience will be dramatically improved by placing human interests, values, and dignity at the core of teaching and practice. We will also give you a pen to sign the oath of professionalism today. This ceremony, once only held by medical students in medical schools, is now celebrated in many healthcare disciplines, including nursing, to support nursing contributions to healthcare teams. When I went through nursing school, it was a cap. We all received caps. Well, I don't think you see nurses wearing caps anymore. So the transition into nursing now is to be proud of this white coat that we are going to be donning you with today. I'm incredibly proud to introduce our guest speaker today, April King, who sat in your seat, was one of our San Diego State alumni, nursing students, who has gone on, as you know, nursing is lifelong learning, to become a CRNA, which is a nurse anesthetist, and a nurse entrepreneur, and to provide our student address today. Please join us at the podium. April. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Dear students, distinguished faculty members, friends, and family, it is my greatest honor and pleasure that I stand before you today to celebrate this momentous occasion. This is a day that marks the culmination of hard work, dedication, and sacrifice as you go into clinical. You have all demonstrated remarkable resilience, determination, and commitment to your studies, even through a pandemic. And for that, you deserve my utmost respect and admiration. When I got the email a couple months ago from Dr. Karen McCulley, your professor and director of the College of Health and Human Services and School of Nursing, to speak at your ceremony, I decided to prepare with the same intensity many of you have devoted to your important term papers. So late last night, I began. I drank 2 Red Bulls, a pot of coffee. I watched 4 hours of Netflix, and then I opened my browser. So as an alumni of the School of Nursing, I can tell you your future is bright. You have been taught to be a problem solver, a thinker, and to be a forever learner. These are the tools that will help you and to help those in need and to pursue innovative projects that could improve healthcare outcomes and patients' lives. When I began my nursing career, I was working on a med-surg unit at Sharp. My boyfriend at the time would play basketball most mornings and told me that one of the players was a nurse who gave anesthesia for a living and that I should talk to him. I had no idea what he was talking about, as I never heard of nurses administering anesthesia. After a lengthy discussion with his friends, my career path changed and I worked my way to the ICU and applied at the USC School of Nurse Anesthesia. When I started my clinicals as a student, it was magical to put patients to sleep, get them through surgery, and wake them up, sometimes as if nothing had happened. However, learning to administer deep anesthesia, or MAC anesthesia is what we call it, using a medication called propofol was a lot more challenging. After a dose of propofol, the patient's tongue would fall to the back of the throat and it would occlude the airway, especially people with sleep apnea. The only non-invasive solution was to promote and use a jaw thrust with my hands, sometimes for hours, and an oral airway or a nasal trumpet would make the patients gag or have a nosebleed. So if I lightened up on the medication, the patient would move. So I thought there had to be a better way. Using some problem-solving skills, I decided to act out a necessity, and with a team, I created what's called the Jaw Elevation Device, or JED. The JED assists the provider in maintaining an open airway in sedated or anesthetized patients without the need for additional instrumentation. This increases both patient safety and convenience for the anesthesia provider. The JED is a hands-free solution that is revolutionizing how we do MAC anesthesia. Oh gosh. Okay. This first slide is actually the very first prototype that I made. Now don't laugh. I know it looks like a medieval torture chamber kind of device, but you got to start somewhere. So with a bag of M&Ms, I had my 6-year-old child lay in this device. And as you can see, the M&Ms worked. So in the first picture on your left is the device not on, and you can see that the airway can be occluded, the tongue falls to the back of the throat. And then in the second picture, you can see how the device actually elevates and pushes the jaw up and forward, pulling the tongue off the back of the throat. Okay, next slide. These are just a couple pictures of some rudimentary prototypes that I developed in the beginning process. And actually, this is the very first patient, a morbidly obese patient undergoing an AV fistula repair in the operating room. Why she agreed to wear this, I don't know. But anyway, this was the first prototype and it worked for about 10 minutes until my flimsy device broke in half. Okay, next one. However, we actually developed the product much further, and this is the first time it started to come off the production line in the factory. Next slide. Now the device is actually used in the marketplace. On the left is actually the device being used, what's called fiber optic intubation. The device is lifting the jaw, putting the airway in the exact appropriate location for the provider to place an endotracheal tube down into the vocal cords on the screen. On the right is again the device being used in the OSA population, or obstructive sleep apnea. And this is just a marketing picture. As you can see, my daughter is in the front, I have to say. Again, another bag of M&Ms. And then the second patient is another OSA patient. And finally, on a normal patient in the back, just showing that the device can be used for a large range of patients. Oh, that's me truly. This was at a trade show, one of the first booths. Our first distributor was called LMA of North America, and they flew me to this particular event to do a live demonstration. Oh, yeah, this is when Jed won the Most Innovative New Product of the Year award through a organization called Connect based out of La Jolla. Oh, and this is Jed on the front cover of our National American Association of the Nurse Anesthesia Journal. And finally, and this is my shameless plug just to show you the name of our company and device. And finally, this is when I was flown to New York City to meet one of the innovators of our industry, Dr. Irene Osborne in the center. She is one of the most well-published anesthesiologists in our country and uses all the new devices that is used in the marketplace. And the woman on the very far corner in the black is our distributor. And then you can see the patient in the background being used. The Jed is being used on this patient, and we are going hands-free finally. Okay, thank you. So now the Jed is sold throughout the United States, Netherlands, Japan, Australia, and soon the world. Just last weekend, I was at the National Anesthesia Convention in San Francisco, and the Jed was one of the few devices selected to be demonstrated at the Difficult Airway Workshop. The Jed is an example of the kind of problem solving and innovation that we as nurses can bring to the healthcare industry. So what does it take to be a successful nursing entrepreneur? Well, it's not just about starting your own business or launching a new product. It's about finding creative solutions to the challenges we face in healthcare and being willing to take the risks to make a positive impact. It's about using your skills, knowledge, and passion to create something that can benefit patients and healthcare providers alike. As Reese Witherspoon once said, don't wait around for someone else to make your dreams happen. Do one thing today that moves you closer to your goal. As you embark on your new journey, I urge you to remember the values that have brought you here today. Remember to always treat your patients with dignity and respect, regardless of their background, race, or religion. Remember to be honest, ethical, and transparent in all of your dealings. And remember to be open-minded, inclusive, and culturally sensitive. I urge you to stay connected to your colleagues and to your mentors and seek out opportunities for professional development, networking, and sharing best practices. Be active members of your professional associations and contribute to the advancement of your field. And lastly, remember to give back. I have traveled to Mexico and Ecuador on mission trips to administer anesthesia for underprivileged children. Those experiences are life-changing. In conclusion, I want to congratulate each and every one of you for reaching this significant milestone in your career. You have proven that with hard work, determination, and perseverance, anything is possible. As you start your new efforts in clinical, always remember that you have the power to make a difference in the lives of those you serve. I wish you all the best of luck, and I look forward to hearing about your future successes. Congratulations into the clinical component of the nursing program. Thank you. This is the actual unit I just wanted to show you. It has a three-way moving apparatus. It adjusts in different directions. So you can tilt the head, you can elevate the jaw. And then I shamelessly brought some brochures, so help yourself. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, April. We are so incredibly proud as one of our SDSU School of Nursing alumni. And as she said, nursing is lifelong learning, right? And not only that, who better to invent something to make our jobs easier? All of you will be at the bedside 24/7. Who better to be the nurse entrepreneur? We're incredibly proud of your accomplishments. Next, I would like to welcome our Associate Director, Dr. Michael Gates, to provide a greeting on behalf of the Honor Society of Nursing Sigma Theta Tau and also walk us through the oath.
Okay. Get it up in the right spot. On behalf of Gamma Gamma Sigma Theta Tau, the international and the only international honor society of nursing, I would like to say good morning to all faculty, friends, and family in attendance today, and especially to you group of students, because I get the first one to welcome you to the profession of nursing. A couple things about Sigma Theta Tau. The mission of Sigma Theta Tau International is to support the learning, knowledge, and professional development of nurses committed to making a difference in health worldwide. Its vision is to create a global community of nurses who lead in using knowledge, scholarship, and service and learning to improve health of the world's people. Membership is by invitation to baccalaureate and graduate nursing students who demonstrate excellence in scholarship, and to nurse leaders exhibiting exceptional achievements in nursing. You will have the opportunity to join Sigma Theta Tau at the beginning of your senior year, and it's based on your grade point average, but almost all of you will be able to join. A hallmark of any profession is the privilege of self-regulation. We as nurses are trusted by society we serve to set standards for nursing practice and have our patients' health and well-being at heart, first and foremost. With this privilege comes an obligation for each of us to meet and maintain those self-established standards and to continually compare the state of our own practice to them. A primary source of those professional standards is the American Nurses Association Scope and Standards of Practice. I'd like to highlight a few of these standards and share with you the role that Sigma Theta Tau plays in helping nurses around the world meet the standards of our profession, in hopes that if you are extended the invitation for membership in your senior year, you'll have a sense of what Sigma Theta Tau has to offer you for professional development. I'm going to skip over standards 1 through 6. You'll have all you'll ever want of assessment, diagnosis, planning, implementation, evaluation soon enough in all your clinical courses. But standard 8, the registered nurse attains knowledge and competency that reflects current nursing practice. You won't be in school forever, though it may feel like it right now where you're sitting. And upon graduation, you will assume that responsibility for your own continuing competency in nursing practice. The Virginia Henderson International Nursing Library is the result of Sigma Theta Tau's commitment to making available on a global scale the latest in nursing knowledge. Sigma also offers programs and competencies that are often overlooked, like how to manage your career in nursing as you move between roles and areas of clinical practice. Standard 10 speaks to collegiality, stating that the registered nurse interacts and contributes to the professional development of peers and colleagues. Sigma contributes to the professional development of peers and achieves this through its scholarly programs, conferences, scholarships, and grants, which you can attend even if you are not a member. If you feel a certain gravity to the decision you're making to join the profession of nursing, that's awesome. It may mean that you are getting a sense of the obligations that come along with your choice. It is my sincere hope that at some time in your career, whether it's as a student later or as a community leader, you will become a member of this prestigious organization. You are always, and the one thing I want to point out, you are always welcome at any Gamma Gamma chapter event, regardless of your membership. So as a sophomore, as a junior, as an RN to BSN student, please come to our offerings that we make available to you. And we oftentimes cater our programs to you as students. So I'd like to close by sharing a poem with you that I think captures the essence of nursing. It was written by Pilar de la Cruz in 2008, who is a student. She won the California's Excellence in Nursing Award that year. And it's titled, You Are There. And this is something I think during COVID really hit home. So the title is You Are There. From the time of my first breath to when I take my last, you are there. When I'm at my worst, in discomfort and pain, you are there. 24 hours a day, you are at my side, providing care and saving lives. Each day you use, find critical skills to care for others and help them get well. You touch people's lives in so many ways. You provide excellent care during very, very long days. Whether at the bedside, the boardroom, classroom, or office, it is all about the patient, for that is your passion. Your smile and your presence, your gentle touch can be all that is needed, for it helps so much. You are the eyes and the ears of the doctor when he or she is not there. You take time to explain things and to help calm my fears. You are there when it matters. You help soothe my thirst. You are caring and competent, for you are my nurse. An angel from heaven sent just for me, an angel with heart and one that I can see. How grateful we are for all of your care. How lucky we are that you are there. So I think that really hits home with what nursing is all about. So now we are going to the point where all of the new nursing students, please stand and join me in reading aloud the oath of professionalism found in your program. And I want to point out, this is the time when you read this, the significance of this is that when you start your clinicals, these are the expectations that we are holding you to, and they are the same expectations that practicing nurses are being held to. So you need to really reflect on these after this ceremony and say, I just committed to doing these things. So let's begin. I acknowledge that there exists a need to build and reinforce a professional identity founded on integrity, ethical behavior, and honor. I understand to practice nursing as a student is an agreement to uphold the trust that society have placed in me. Great job. So students, please be seated. So what's going to happen next is our student nurse organization is going to, in a very organized manner, have each of you come up and proceed to the platform where we will read your name. You will don your white coat by some of our faculty, Professor John Gonzalez, Professor Tess Maloney, Dr. Lisa Concilio will help with that. Dr. McCauley will provide you with a pen to sign the oath of professionalism. which says that you understand what you're getting yourself into. Okay. And SNA President Nina Go will present you with the gold foundation pin. And then in addition to that gold foundation pin is a gift from the Gamma Gamma chapter is an ID badge holder that's on a string that you may use in clinical. And then you will step to the side and get a picture with our photographers that are here. So I think we're ready. So how are you guys gonna? I didn't organize this next part. I'm gonna be reading the names. So I think it's the first row. You're gonna go out that way and then you're gonna come through the back way and I want to forgive any mispronunciations that I do with the names. If it's a really hard name, I might even ask the student to say their own name. So I don't embarrass myself or offend any of you. Right there. Nayeli Barrera. Annie Dorak. Sarah Tran. Leon and Chita Garcia. Destiny O'Hara. Jade Johnson. Karen Orozco. Rachel Fung. Leslie Lopez. Victoria Majam. Arzo Azizi. Rachel Best. Zoe Dell. Nikki Algo. Helena Nguyen. Emily Lay. Jenna Mansfield. Brianna Shaha. Taylor White. Samantha Kabakungang. Chloe Tambawan. Olivia Zerbriggen. Amelia Rosbach. Jewel Howe. Christina Dwiputra Sumanlong. Is that close? Sorry. I tried. Karina Pena. I have several years to get it right for the big event, the pinning ceremony. Genevieve Heiler. A little bit of a backlog. I'll let it. Ashley Cuvedo. Yasina Bolanos. Helena May Esguerra. Christine Kim. Angelina Cheyenne Hymas. Ni Fan. Jasmine Huang. Tara Gudetti. Amiko Tahara. Courtney Clark. Sydney Nichols. Julia McNeil. Camille O'Hanlon. Hannah Alstrom. Okay. Ijabo Ibrahim. Emily Nguyen. Ella Timpy Kelson. Getting the little log jam. Danielle Roberge. You haven't. Ashley Wind. Madeline Lovett. Caitlin Jones. Caitlin Edwards. Olivia Nussbaum. Tyler Halili. Mark Gunitana. Nathan Nguyen. Justin Nguyen. Francis Fabanan. Sean Talamantes. Josiah Paul Caparas. Serena Hong. Rizelle Angel Miranda. Jemiah Palayo. Julio Alhaman. Marcus Andrade. Yvette Hernandez. Rosa Gurla Diaz. Atusa Guran. Odette Navarro. Isabel Bernal. Or Isabella Bernal, sorry. Isha Campulo. That close? Yeah. Jillian Lunod. Janella Etagande. Ray Lalanga. Lalangan. Patrick Della Rosa. Gabrielle Perales. Saran Dim Alanta. There's a tongue twister for me. All right. Lizette Gutierrez. Summer Sanchez. Arushi Kalam. Emily Pell. Clara Miner. Shelby Lazarson. Isabella Para. Okay. Melina Krista Doulidis. I would have never gotten it right if I didn't ask her. Riley Givens. Caroline Rugner. Alyssa Domingo. Brenda Vasquez. Sochi Carrera. Fiona McCoy. Jake Radovan. Leslie Lopez. Julio Bolivar. Marianne Shaba. Hopefully, was it Shaba? Oh, sorry, Shaba. Andrew Altmaier. Jared and Chanko. Anchanko. Jack Val. Michael Paralandem. Paracondom. The K looked like an L to me. I'm sorry. Jack Hudson. Caitlin Shitan Motal. Sam Sim. Emily Ho. Lindsay Tran. Lance Arenas. Is it Damian Martinez? Priyanka Kumar. Livian Hui. Elizabeth Ludwig. Isabella Cardenas. Iexla Viguera. Ixla Vergara. Taylor Burns. Emily Larson. Jenna LePierre. Haley Jacoby. Avery Bouillonnet. I should say it Bouillonnet. Bouillonnet. Sophia Jackson. Katie Tran. Chelsea Hoke. Amanda Black. Keisuke Mizuno. Sharon Kim. Excuse me. I feel a sneeze coming on. Okay, it's gone. Lauren Therese Esquera. Olivia Palmer. Clarice Sumo. Tanya Meza or Meza. Winnie He. Danielle Arzadan. Annie Zhu. Alexa Quaycheck Hall. Laura Potter. Carissa Keith. Paige Lynch. Karen Kate Abaganya. Maria Sojaharto. Stogie Harta. Try to learn from my memory bank for later. Annabelle Shafter. Is that right? Bree Rodriguez. Kenyatta Doty. Is that right? Okay. Nikki Bishop. Lauren Dang. Connor Poon. Jonathan Eppert. Michael Chua. Okay, Elijah James Bossing Kabagaska. Is that good? Okay. Passable, I guess. Christopher Angelo Bugonu. Bagunu. I chopped it up too much. Oh, and the last one, drum roll, please. Andre Soul.
Well done, students. Please, everyone, give them a round of applause for entering the As we conclude the ceremony, it's important for each of you to understand that your new professional role is not all about the tasks that you're going to learn in 206 and 202 and the skills you have mastered, but most importantly, how you delicately nurture the uniqueness of your calling and role as a nurse by humbling yourself to deeply reflect and understand your moral responsibility of ethical conduct and maintaining the integrity of our profession. The true art of our practice is human connection, realized through the spirit of caring, compassion, and empathy. And that the art of our nursing practice contributes to healing. I want each and every one of you to know that the faculty, the administration, our alumni, our clinical partners, our family, our friends are pleased to celebrate your entry into the clinical component of the nursing program and soon to be nursing profession. We will see you soon. It goes by very fast at Pinning-Somi and graduation before you know it. I want to thank all of the families and friends supporting these students through their journey to become nurses. It's a daunting task. They will come home and feel defeated and feel overjoyed. I've been a nurse for 43 years. I've never once regretted my decision. It's not easy. It's tough, but hang in there. You will get through the program with the support of your family, friends, your faculty, and your mentors. I thank our staff, the Student Nurses Association, Nina, President, thank you for all of your help. Our alumni. Our clinical partners and our donors that are here for today who provide scholarships to our students and awards. We're incredibly grateful that you were able to be part of this amazing ceremony. So I conclude the ceremony today. Please have a wonderful, beautiful Parents' Weekend, and thank you all for coming.